Oh man. Okay. Oops. Didn't turn the light on. Hello, it's Teacher Mary. I am back with another VIPKid video, and this one is all about no prep reward systems. There are just mornings where you wake up a little bit late, or for whatever reason you just find yourself in need of a quick reward system and you just don't have time to prep for one. So hopefully this will help you out. Number one is HANGMAN. Now, yes, this is only going to work with students who are like level 3 or up, but there are others that will work for any level, so bear with me. So I don't actually do the whole like hang a man part of it. I just write the blanks. Lately, I've been doing Year of the Pig. So I just do something like this. And then down here at the bottom, if they guess a letter that's not in it, I'll just write it down here. So I just tell them, when you do a good job, you will guess a letter. And sometimes I'll ask them, do you know what it says? I've gotten one kid who got it after like one letter. And so then I'll just do another one. Usually I try to pick phrases that either I know they know, or a lot of times I'll pick something from that unit. We just did the unit where they're traveling in China and then in America. I think it's My Country, My Culture. So I did Statue of Liberty. That was the one actually that he guessed like fairly quickly. I think he had only guessed like T, and then he got it. So then the next, I just erased it and did another one really quickly, and it was kind of an inside joke between us. He loves Beijing roast duck. He talks about it every chance he gets. So the next one was Beijing roast duck, and he got a kick out of it. So I either use a phrase that I know they know, or one from the unit. And it's really easy, no prep at all. Just grab a whiteboard. If you don't have extra whiteboards, these are from the Dollar Tree. You need more than one whiteboard. You need like at least 2, minimum 2, but probably more. Reward number 2 is Pictionary. If the student is old enough to understand that they need to guess, then I tell them, when you do a good job, I will draw an animal and you will guess. This is pretty difficult for them because I'm not very good at drawing. So there's that. I will say that sometimes I'll draw like Peppa Pig, which they think is really funny because they know Peppa Pig. I mean, it kind of looks like Peppa Pig, a little-ish, I don't know. So I just draw an animal, they think it's really funny. I usually tend to stick with animals because I know that my younger kids know animals, so they'll be able to guess those. I don't want to draw something that they're not going to know the word for because it kind of takes the fun out of it. So I stick to animals that I know they know. I'll usually throw DINO in there just to be funny. So that reward works really well. Number 3 is very similar to this one, but I use it for kind of higher levels. So what I'll tell them is, when you do a good job, you tell me what to draw. And so they are intrigued, and I'll say, what should I draw? And say they tell me to draw a flower. I'll say, okay, I will draw a flower. And I'll close my eyes and I'll try to draw a flower. And it is usually terrible. Whoa. Like this, it's terrible. And they get the biggest kick out of it. Sometimes they'll have paper, like a notebook, or they'll have like just something they can draw on and they'll want to do it too. So that one's a really fun one too. It's very similar to the Pictionary idea, but it's just different enough. Number 4 is TIC-TAC-TOE. Kids love TIC-TAC-TOE. Most of them already know how to play. Try it before you just declare that it's the reward if you don't know if they know how to play yet or not. But most of them do know, and I just draw it on the slide that we're on and we just go. Sometimes I'll like keep score, like, oh, you won this one, you get a point, or ooh, I won, I get a point. You don't have to do that, but some of them, like, that's enough. Like, just play a game of tic-tac-toe, and they like that. The last one is feed DINO. It doesn't have to be DINO. It can be any stuffed animal that you have, but you just say, when you do a good job, DINO will eat. And then just use your prop food. So So maybe Dino's going to eat a cupcake. Nom, 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 nom. They will laugh so hard. My kids love to watch Dino eat. It's just funny. You can ask, do you think Dino wants to eat a tomato or chicken? I mean, you can phrase it however way you want depending on what level you're at. I would use this for like 3 and below. You could even use this for level 1, like Dino eats. Nom, 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 nom. Level 2s, love it. Level 3s like to pick the food. Sometimes they'll like to feed Dino something that's not food, and that's just really funny. So those are 5 just really easy, like no prep at all. As a bonus, I do have another video of my 5 favorite reward systems, and 2 of those are very no prep. And the other idea, I haven't really done this before, but I do think it's something that you can do that is no prep. That's why it's not in my like top 5, just because it's not tested out thoroughly yet. But the other thing you can do is just find a prop that you have and make that your reward. When you do a good job, I have done this with these before, you get an animal. I just have this box of animals sitting on my desk at all times. They're magnetic, just throw one up there, you get an animal. You can do that with whatever. I could empty that box out and say, when you do a good job, you get a fruit. Fill it with fruit, and at the end, we'll pull all of them out. Like, if you don't have a reward system set up yet, then just use what is around you. What do I have around me? I have balloons. I have balloons because I use them for my level 1 trials. Blow up balloons. I have done that before too. So I guess this has been tested out somewhat. But just props that you have, do that. I've seen someone say that they just spell the kid's name. When they do a good job, they get a letter. And they just write the kid's name. And they love it. So don't overthink your reward systems, just use what you have around you. I hope this was helpful for you. If you've used any of these reward systems, let me know in the comments, or if you have favorites that are no prep that you like, let me know what they are. It's always good to have like an arsenal of reward systems ready to go. So let me know below what you like to use, especially when you are running late. Please like this video and subscribe. Feel free to share it with any other teachers you think might find it useful. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.